So most of us at some point in our lives, probably many points in our lives, have experienced the joy of making freshly baked chocolate chip cookies. And most of us have probably experienced the joy of just taking a spoon and eating a little bit of raw cookie dough. Or maybe a lot, maybe like multiple spoonfuls when we're not supposed to. And I know what some of you are probably thinking. I'm invincible. I could never get salmonella. I know no one that's gotten sick from eating raw cookie dough, blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm here to tell you the truth. If you eat flour that is not heat treated, or if you eat raw eggs, you're at risk of getting sick. But I know most of you still don't care. So all these cookie dough recipes are gonna be way higher in protein and lower in calories than your typical cookie dough. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Amanda, aka Fit Food AE, and today we're gonna be making 3 flavors of high protein, low calorie cookie dough. So we have classic chocolate chip, brownie batter, and cake batter. So if you're excited to see me make these recipes, please give this video a like, subscribe, and share it with your friends, as it really helps the channel and I post new videos every week. And with that, let's get started. So first off, we're gonna be making classic chocolate chip cookie dough. So the reason I'm using oat flour, or oats right now rather, is that, again, as I mentioned, if you eat like all-purpose flour that hasn't been heat treated, you're at risk of getting sick. So oat flour does the trick. Now, what I should have done is blended the oats into flour first instead of adding them in. And I did that in the next 2 recipes, but this is just how I did it in this recipe. So I use PE Science protein for all these recipes. Of course, it's the only protein powder I use. It's a whey casein blend. You don't need to use PE Science in these recipes, but would highly recommend it, of course. In this particular recipe, I use PE Science vanilla. And if you want to purchase from them, please use my discount code FIT15. So you're probably wondering, why is she grinding up all the dry ingredients? Well, basically the cookie dough is just gonna come out more smooth and less grainy, especially the Lakanto brown monk fruit. It's better than just mixing it together with a spoon. But again, if you don't have a blender, you can just mix it with a spoon. And if you don't care about posting on the internet and getting the best pictures for your thumbnail and videos, it really doesn't matter. Speaking of that, I use Lakanto brown monk fruit, which is a 0-calorie substitute for brown sugar. Of course, if you don't have this on hand, you could just use a substitute, or you could use regular brown sugar, but this keeps the calories lower. If you want to use less ingredients, you can skip the vanilla pudding mix and just use extra like powdered peanut butter, or vice versa. Or you can even skip the vanilla extract if you don't have that, but do not skip the salt, the pinch of salt. Okay, I know what you're thinking, like, why is she adding salt into a sweet recipe? But salt is a flavor enhancer. So if you want, you can store the cookie dough in the fridge for like 30 minutes to make it more thick. Or if you don't care, you could just eat it as is. And now we're done. This looks so delicious. Next up, we've got brownie batter cookie dough. I know it doesn't make sense for me to call it brownie batter if it's cookie dough, but that's just the name I've chosen for it. So again, we use oat flour here. So I ground up the oats into flour before adding it into the blender. Just grinding it up separately made more sense. In past recipes, because I've made cookie dough many times before, I used to use too many liquids. Like I would use unsweetened applesauce and unsweetened almond milk, but we don't want a runny cookie dough. Like we want it to be thick. When we scoop it with the spoon, we like turn over the spoon. We want the cookie dough to like not fall off. That makes sense. Kind of like a Dairy Queen Blizzard. So in this recipe, I use PE Science again, but I use the chocolate truffle flavor, which is actually one of my favorites. There's so many ways you can make protein cookie dough though. I feel like there are so many recipes on the internet, so you just have to figure out which ones taste the best, which are my recipes, of course. So for the brownie pieces, I was gonna use like an Alpha Prime brownie, but I ran out. They're sending me more and I'm patiently waiting for them. But instead, I just used like a crushed up Fiber One brownie, and these are super easy to find. They also make a great late night snack. So I would like slowly pour in the unsweetened almond milk, maybe pour in like 1/3 at a time and then mix, because you wanna make sure you don't add too much. And on the flip side, we want to make sure the cookie dough isn't dry. This cute little mason jar, I completely forgot where I got it. I think I just got it from the Real Canadian Superstore, but it's a really cute way to like present the cookie dough, and it makes it look like there's a lot in it. But of course, you can just eat it out of a bowl if you don't really care. Also, to help with the presentation, I used like an ice cream scoop when I was scooping it from the bowl to the mason jar. Again, totally optional, but like if you want to make it look cute, I would highly recommend it. And that's that. We're done. And last up here, we've got cake batter flavored cookie dough. Again, I'm using the word batter. It's the best way I could have described this one. I know most people are gonna say that the chocolate chip one is their favorite, but this one was actually my favorite. I just love white chocolate. I'm a huge fan. I actually ate the other half of my cookie dough like right before I filmed this video, and I added some extra white chocolate and sprinkles in there because I'm not tracking or anything right now. So I use cake pop protein from PE Science, which definitely fits the theme of this recipe. Cake pop is my other favorite flavor along with chocolate truffle. And honestly, yeah, if you're not tracking macros, if you're not tracking calories, you can just measure with the heart when it comes to sprinkles and the white chocolate. All these recipes make 2 servings, and it's really easy to like eat half now and the other half later. Like you can store it in the fridge, keeps really well. Just keep it covered. You could split it with a friend, or you could even eat like 2 servings at once. Doesn't matter. Honestly, this is the one where I forgot to put it in the fridge, because for the other 2, I like made it and then I stored it in the fridge for 30 minutes to thicken. And then for this one, I forgot to do that. But again, it turned out pretty much more or less the same. Maybe it was just a bit less thick, but still tasted delicious. And now we're done. The final recipe. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this week's theme, which was protein cookie dough, clearly. Trying to choose a theme for every week and then making 3 recipes based on that theme. So next week's theme is gonna be fall recipes. I know we're at the end of August, but I'm already itching to make fall recipes, so look out for that. And comment below if you have a particular recipe theme or like a group of a few recipes that you want me to make next. If you guys like this recipe, then I'm sure you're looking for more cookies or cookie dough, so I'm gonna link a couple other videos here that you should watch next. And please be sure to give this video a like, subscribe, and share it with your friends, as it really helps the channel and I post new videos every week. And with that, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.